Hey, hi, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to. I'm so tired. So I'm not gonna record another one after this. So we're just gonna make this a long episode instead, because why not? So this might be close to 50 minutes. Who knows? We'll find out very soon, though. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared. We'll find out if this will finally bring it to an end. To discredit any claim Mr. Rell may have made about being the real Yatagarasu. And you get away from this realism because you had even about it. This organizer
What?
is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later. Well, close enough, man. Close enough. Mr. Faraday.
We already read it.
What? What are you talking about?
We already read it. He said we'd have to give it a thorough read later.
Oh. Mr. Faraday's organizer type reports discovered in the courtroom. Mr. Faraday's organizer did not an organizer. Look, there's a picture stuck between these pages here. It appears to be a key. And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design on the handle. The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer? The Yatagarasu's key? Detective Bad said something earlier.
What's different about this time is that the evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kadopian embassy. The Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence?
Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. Not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about.
Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep the secret case safe.
What?
As a prosecutor, on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected.
Yatagarasu's key data jotted down my organizer. Type evidence discovered in the courtroom.
That's odd. What's odd, Edgeworth? You gotta tell me what's actually odd about things when you tell me about things, and then you don't. Faraday wrote his strategy down for winning in here. Let's check more for details. Photo of the Yatagarasu sent. Wait, photo of the key the Yatagarasu. Wait, photo of key.
My God.
Photo of key the Yatagarasu sent. Unusual shade. Touch and check one for details.
What details?
Oh my gosh, that's a key. That's amazing.
Gonna fool me, it looks like a friggin' knife.
What is it?
And that also looks like a knife.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, I don't know. I was gonna say it looked oddly similar for some reason, but
Way overthinking that.
a little bit. Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer.
I knew you were gonna do that. I was waiting for it. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh my gosh. That certainly is odd. The weapon that was used to kill the Kadopian embassy staff member was a gun. The gun. The gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from? Isn't it obvious it was brought into the courthouse by Mr. Rell?
Looks a bit too ornate for that.
That's the only logical conclusion, right?
Just turn into Daffy or Donald. No, Daffy Duck. I said it right the first time. Okay.
No, because it's not. I don't remember what Daffy Duck even sounds like, honestly. No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside.
Yeah, because that's such a large knife.
It is a large knife.
No.
In that case, how do you? Suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse. ... I need to think carefully here. There's nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, here is one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today. And that would be... So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence.
Maybe it is the key.
What?
Maybe it is the key.
Maybe. Can I take a look at the fact that you have yet to answer me? To mean that you don't have the answer for me? Actually, I do know the answer, Francisco. What? Then what is it? One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own.
Well, that makes it sound like you've been holding it for a while.
And it was through this piece of evidence
Oh, I see.
was brought into the courthouse. You see?
I get it.
You see. You see. Huh.
I see.
Oh wait, I'm not gonna get punished for this.
Take that!
Really?
I don't know. I was actually really sure. 'Cause maybe he was transporting the balloon.
No.
I don't know, man.
Plus, if it was in the balloon wouldn't float.
That helium can be very strong sometimes,
No.
you know? Oh, jeez. I don't see how that answers my question at all.
I can't tell when you're serious.
Every piece of evidence has some secretive aspect about it. Well, yeah, so would a balloon. Oh, then I demand to know what the secret to this one is. Gnurk. Alright, maybe there is no secret to this
What?
one.
Maybe there's only one secret to this one.
I need to think carefully here. There is nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Master Faraday's organizer.
Master!
However, it is the fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is only one item listed in Mr. Faraday's
Read
organizer.
Faraday's organizer.
What?
Read Faraday's organizer.
That no one has claimed to have seen today. I believe I need to take another good look at the evidence. The knife was definitely brought in somehow, and it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse. Was it brought into the pen?
Read Faraday's organizer!
Take that!
Yatagarasu key? This
God.
Yatagarasu key... Why would I read Mr. Faraday's organizer?
Because it says they're the one thing that nobody's seen today, and he says something about Yatagarasu's key in his organizer.
Oh. Well, either way, though, I was kind of wanting to present the pen, honestly, just because it seemed like maybe they were hiding something in there.
I mean, we have the pen. That's not like a picture of a pen or the thought of the pen. That is the pen. We had the pen and the knife.
Yeah, but maybe no one thought about that as evidence until.
No, we had the two of them separately. Like the pen was in his pocket and the knife was in the other guy's hand.
Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse. You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth. You just need to look a bit closer, Francisca, to see what I need.
You need to look closer, Francisca.
Don't the color and ornamentation.
Yeah, just flip it over. Take like the two edges of the key, like split it apart, and then flip it over, and there's a knife on the other side.
Don't the color and ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything? They do remind me of the knife. Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key in this photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles.
What?
Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife. You don't seriously mean to say? Say what? Say what, Edward? It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same. But that's impossible! I'm cold!
Facade.
Even if that is what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility that it's actually called facade and not facade. Because that just makes more sense to me anyway. Now then, let us examine this knife in a little more detail.
Pronounce that a little weird.
What?
Examine?
I did it.
Egg salmon.
You examined the world today. Oh no. What
Press
am
the button on the base.
I don't want... There's a
Press
button,
the
on,
button
the base?
on the base.
What are you freaking talking about? What button? There's a thing. Wait, you mean that?
Yeah.
You're talking about this.
That's not the base.
I was thinking you were meaning the center or something.
The base is the bottom.
Oh my gosh. Well, anyway, I'm gonna look at this.
Why are you just wasting time?
I don't know! It's a 50-minute episode, man. We can waste some time.
We should try to finish this case in
It's
this
the
episode.
weapon. Dude, we're at part 1. We're not gonna get to the end of this case.
You don't know that.
It's the weapon that was used to kill Mr. Ferret. You remember how long part 2 of the last case was? It was too long, man.
Nope.
The handle on the blade itself both have beautiful designs worked into them. Look, there's even a flower-shaped hand design handle in the golden handled section here.
What? Come on.
I can't. No. If this hadn't been used as a tool to murder, I'd want it for myself. He seems to be drawn to the embellishments. Too bad this isn't mine to give. What? I don't get it.
Your mother.
I don't get it.
Point that thing at me.
What?
Don't point that thing at me.
I'll do whatever I feel like doing. There you go. If I can just center this, there we go.
Literally, who cares?
Hey!
B, B, D, E, F, G.
Okay.
You just screamed A.
Hey! I can't believe it turned into a key. It's like there was such a thing as a thing.
Much like a key.
So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key to the Yatagarasu stole. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up till now. Yatagarasu's key data don't play it in my organizers.
Does there really need to still be a friggin' picture of it?
Frankly, I'm shocked.
They could have just put it over the knife.
Apparently, man, apparently, that's what I don't really get. But the key to the Yatagarasu scent turns into the knife. Touch the check button for details. Alright. It's a picture.
It doesn't really look like a key.
Or does it, man? Maybe it does look like a key.
No.
Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea that the key was hiding a knife blade inside. But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the knife, the key, to knife trick, could have killed Mr. Faraday. Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. Meaning that the only person it could have been is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu. Then maybe Mr. Rell really was the Yatagarasu. And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario? No, not really. Especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rell was not the Yatagarasu.
Because he was himself.
As Detective Bad said earlier,
when we questioned Ms. Rel about what was sent along with the white card. Rel had no idea what it was.
I see. Listen, looks.
What?
Who knows the trick behind the key? There's someone else in the position to be like Yatagarasu.
What? The real Yatagarasu?
It seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. Knife data jotted down in my organizer or updated. I don't care for the details.
Look at the folder.
I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. I'm gonna look at the updated knife in that case. Hey, it's a knife.
D.
Hey. Oh, there's nothing new there. Unfortunate. If we do this, I can examine it, right? I can't believe it's into a key. I can't believe it's again. I can't believe this happened. I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Examine the tip.
What?
Examine the tip.
I can't.
That's the base.
That's the tip. This is absolutely the tip, man.
You're freaking stupid.
And you know that is true.
No, you can't.
So what? I can't?
Nope.
Can I not turn it back to normal at the very least?
Nope.
Man,
It's now forever stuck as a key.
I want to see reversal transformation. No one let me. Come on, game. It's not cool. You gotta let me see some things when I ask for it, but you don't let me. Let's see. How about this side? Anything on this side?
Come on.
I'm seeing if there's anything to examine, man.
Already determined that there isn't.
You don't know that. We haven't looked at every side.
Yeah, we have.
No, we haven't.
Yes, we have.
No, we haven't. Okay, we looked at everything. That's stupid. That should have counted, though. But it didn't. Alright. Where's my logic? I took a quick look through these documents before the trial started. Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it. I suppose I should explain it to you then. Yes, you should. Professionally and in its entirety, if you please.
What?
On the night of the embassy, September 8th,
What?
an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy.
September.
What?
He killed in front of the September.
That's not what I said.
No, but I'm saying that was logically where the freaking sentence would go. With the way
staff
you were saying it.
Died of shock due to being shot in the heart.
No, he died from being shot in the heart. I don't
What?
think the shock had anything to do with it.
Oh, I was like, what? I was like, that's the same thing, right? Or maybe he just died because his name is D-Man. You ever think about that?
No.
Mackerel was brought in that night.
What?
Brought in that night as a suspect and a thoroughly questioned. Because the murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot. A simpleton of a man, that's what he was. What a simpleton? What of a foolish fool of a foolish nation of a fooling name? Yeah, I don't know, man. Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence he had. Mr. Rel was caught in the act on film by a security camera. He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't notice the security camera. The Cadopian Embassy security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area. So you've seen the contents of the video for yourself? Yes. The surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rel on it. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear. So the footage was good with the sound, huh? I don't think I'd ever once see the moment of someone's death in real life. Well, you almost got to see your own, but luckily you survived the gunshot that hit you, so you're lucky. You're lucky. Me neither. But you did
can't
anyway.
really see your own death.
Well, how do you know that?
Because once your death happens, you're dead and you can't see anymore.
What if after you die, you can go back 5 minutes into the past and see what happened to you?
No.
Well, you never know.
No.
You never died before,
No.
so you have no idea, man.
No.
That's odd.
No.
We're short one piece of evidence. You have no proof, and I have no proof, and therefore no one can say it's right or
No.
wrong. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court. The surveillance video? How could the piece of evidence just disappear? What does it go? The video showing the moment in which Mr. Rel committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed? Are you done with your inspection of the evidence? Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess close enough.
Okay then. Your Honor.
Prosecutorial.
What? Were you derelict in your duties? What? No. I dare not lick my duties. What do you take me for?
You're a judge. That means you most likely were a lawyer or a freaking attorney or a freaking prosecutor at some point.
What, really?
Yeah, most judges are former prosecutors or attorneys.
I did not know that. I thought they just became judges because...
No.
Well then, go figure, I suppose. No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial. The surveillance video is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me. But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene. ...
Many ellipses.
That music just changed on the fly right there. There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I will have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime. Defendant's lobby number 2. Not again. September 10th.
Hello, Lang.
What? September 10th.
Oh, there's the
6
time again.
p.m.
He looks like an army man.
Probably is. He did travel with a pack after all. That's Detective Bad, but who is he with? I've never seen this officer before.
So, did you find it? Are we assuming that's Lang? Because it looks like him.
It's you can't hear it, but it's playing his theme song.
No, not yet. And I looked everywhere. I see. Well then, please continue with the search. Understood. I'll continue the search. Oh yeah, he walks like him too. So you're the one running this show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't be allowed in crime scenes.
How dare you? Just who do you think you are? Alright, well that was a necessary cameo right there.
Would you really call that a cameo?
I would say so. What was that all about? And who was that man just now? I mean, no wonder Edgeworth didn't remember the freaking guy. He saw him for 5 seconds. Whoever she was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. I completely agree with you, Francisca. Does he even know that we're standing right here behind him?
He's got a mirror on his face. I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids? Yeah, that's true about the mirror. Duh! It looks like you were paying attention after all. Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head.
Ah, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now?
The guy came here from the Republic of Zhang-Fa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of detainment from scratch.
By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication.
He's still just a rookie cop. that I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him.
Yeah, you can say that again.
The guy is more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude.
I completely disagree with that.
Considering Gumshoe literally has no use, yeah, I agree with him.
Considering Lang was holding back the case every single freaking time, I'd say he's pretty useless.
Nah, he wasn't holding back the case at the end.
Well, he was doing more harm than good until the very end, and at least Gumshoe actually brought us a witness, so... You know...
And that witness was Old Bag, so...
Well, you know, he also brought us Emma Sky, so there you go. What do you do?
Well, no, he didn't.
Well, apparently...
That was just happenstance.
Wow.
He told us to go find the witness, and Emma happened to be there.
Yeah, and then Gumshoe told Emma to go meet them. So I was like, alright, cool. Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to the country and a hard time. I agree. However, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad? Oh yeah, that's one as well.
What? Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you.
I highly doubt. Me. Fine. If this is the game I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding and what's happened in this room straight from him. Alright, if you say so then. I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Yes, what is it? Did you notice anything? Did you notice there was a thing here, like one of these? It looks like some sort of exchange diary that could exchange with her father. Well, unlike that girl and I, because they're both admirable prosecutors. What?
They're both admirable prosecutors.
Oh,
Their
their fathers
fathers.
are. I was like, what? I was like, I don't think Kay is a prosecutor. And neither are you, for that matter. We look up to our fathers. The only difference is that her father is now dead.
Well, that's a bit dark. And your father's gonna be dead soon, too.
Yeah, I'll just give or take a couple or more years. If my father, who is another anchor in my life, wants to die, I don't know what I do. We'll take it on Phoenix Wright, of course. You needn't worry about that.
Did he die, or is he just in jail?
He died. He went to jail and then died shortly after for reasons that I don't think anyone really knows. It's kind of weird. It's like just the shock of losing just probably killed him or something. Like, I don't even know, man. Even if he were to be killed, Mr. Von Karma's spirit would still go on living. Yeah, no kidding. Apparently it did. Don't talk about Toppa like he's some sort of ghost.
He's not yet.
That was supposed to be a compliment.
He turned into freaking Droopy again there for a second.
No. Misuse perfume. I have no interest in that perfume or in that woman. Here we are. Trying
Here are we are.
be serious. And all she does is break out into laughter. It's borderline rude. Francisca seems to hold some ill will toward Miss Yu. Although, well, I hold ill will towards her too. She's terrible, just like Lang is terrible. Between whipping people all the time and laughing when people are being serious, I'm not sure which one I find more interesting.
To be fair, Edgeworth was also a tool at the start of the first game.
Arg! Yeah, I guess a little bit, man. You would think it's something about you.
What?
I can take that back.
What?
Miss Yu is slightly less annoying due to the lack of physical pain. That's so now. I don't know. I think she's actually more annoying, but that's just me personally. Mr. Faraday's organizer. I was wondering what you think about my finger. Oh, that's cool. You don't.
How would you like to taste my whiff?
Oh, I was like, what? Yeah. So the knife was used. The kill turns out that he used the Yatagarasu's key.
What?
It must have taken great skill to combine both aspects into one object as well.
So
Make no mistake, I think this is a tree.
What?
Okay. So you're saying that this key is the golden key to unlocking the secrets behind this case? Good. No lame puns in my presence. Perhaps that was just a bit too corny.
They all are.
No, isn't it? Notice anything? It looks like Detective Bat is searching for something. Indeed, I'm curious as to what it could be myself. Maybe I should just ask him. Well, that was a good talk. Anyway, now that she's in our party, let's examine everything again. This decorative plant's foliage
Decorative?
is quite nice. It's actually soothing to be around it. Perhaps I should purchase one for my room. What? On Karma, you didn't say anything to add to that. So wait. Okay, so yeah, nothing gets added. You go out there. So anyway, potted plants? Wait, I just looked at this.
Look at the bags on the ground.
You must be tired, Francisco. Care to take a short break on that sofa?
Surely you just... Me? Sit on the tiny, dirty, disgusting thing?
But that detective said he could sleep all 25 hours of the day on this. What?
The guy that was in the lobby, he was just sleeping on the with his arm up in the air.
What?
What?
Are we just gonna bypass the obvious contradiction here?
The fact that he said 25, it's an exaggeration for effect.
What, did he say 25 hours?
I think so, yeah.
I don't even remember anyone saying anything about hours. Oh well. That's what it is. I wonder if the killer used these plastic bags in a flash of inspiration.
With a detective? I somehow doubt he was that quick-witted.
So you're saying that this crime was thought out in advance?
With a detective? I somehow doubt he's capable of making such a complex plan.
Francisca, when will you learn to take responsibility for your statements? I just realized the logic button disappeared completely.
Yeah,
what happened to the freaking barred windows? We never even used that logic, did we?
I mean, it's not... The logic isn't gone completely, it's just not here right now.
Well, that's weird. What if I want to look at logic?
Then it just means that you don't need to use it at this point.
Was this table here all along?
I suppose so.
Well, clearly it's out of the place.
What?
When you take the sofa as the explanation,
What?
this table is not you talk.
I get the impression that the two are not meant to be used as a set, Francisca.
I knew that.
It seems she's lost her calm sense of judgment
No.
and your eagerness to defeat me. You earnestly believe you can defeat me.
Shut up.
You cannot oppose fate.
Shut up.
Blame your fate.
Shut up.
You struggle against these holy chains.
Earnestly defeat me.
Was this table here all along?
Okay.
I suppose so. Oh wait. Whoa. Whoops. My bad.
Freaking idiot here in one of his smash quotes is earnestly defeat me because he couldn't fit the whole thing.
Well, it's...
So it's like he's telling me to defeat him.
Well, you need to defeat me earnestly. You can't defeat me normally, you have to defeat me earnestly, that's the only way.
You're an idiot.
That's just one tiny TV. What? Does Francisca own like 100-inch TV or something?
To be fair, that TV doesn't look that big.
Well,
I have a bigger TV than that in my living room.
going back to my argument, it's still giant for this time, but whatever. Detective Gumshoe was rather
Not
shocked
really.
at this and said it is huge compared to his own, but whatever, to each their own. I still think I'm right, but I don't care. Anything you compare with something he owns will always seem grandiose.
Nope.
I feel this is a matter of opinion, though, not a matter of facts. But you know, whatever. Speaking of grandiose,
There
I'd
you go.
say-
Got it that time.
what did I? What I thought I said it the first time.
Said grandiose.
I did.
Yes.
Oh, whatever. I thought I said grandiose, but whatever. I'd say that ego of yours could use
You're
a
too
little
busy trying to
deflating.
rush the sentence so you could make your point.
I don't know about that. Maybe, maybe not. Alright, bad man, what's up? I suppose it's impossible to exit or enter through these windows thanks to these bars. How the heck am I able to even get these bars with
Now
him
do you see your
standing right
foot
there?
moving?
What?
Now do you see your foot moving?
Oh yeah, sure. I suppose so. So she moves entire hands and feet while Edgeworth just doesn't. He moves fingers and nothing.
I suppose you're right.
Actually, that's not true. I bet the person of small stature could slip in. Prepare to be whipped, Edgeworth. Francisco, would you care to help me test my theory?
Here's 100 whippings for you.
I didn't even see her move. She just like did that. Drat. I must remember to be more tactful around the vertically challenged.
You ever figure out what tact is?
Nope.
Go figure.
I just didn't think of it, man. I just didn't think of it. Okay. Well, anyway, hey, let's talk.
Of course.
Hey, so what's tact mean?
Don't worry about it.
Tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you because you're too stubborn to look it up for yourself.
I want people to tell me though. I want to give them a purpose in life.
My God, that's how little he thinks of you.
I didn't want that to be taken the wrong way. Jeez, now give me a break. I'm just joking. Earlier you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You are quite the busy man, Detective Bad.
Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say.
How about I want to give them a purpose to comment? How about
I
that?
like
Does
that
that sound
you're
better?
You're still on this. I've already moved on.
I want to word it properly. I don't want it to be worded improperly because that just sounds bad. I want to give them a purpose to comment. I don't want to give them a purpose in life. Jeez. It just sounds stupid now. I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct?
I don't have anything left to say to you, boy.
You really likes that sound for some reason. Boy, you'll see I will draw my answer from you, one way or another.
Will it kill you to help you us even a tiny bit in my
What?
investigation?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what you say anytime you play frickin' Von Karma. Pretty much.
Well, you saw the line, so you know exactly what it said.
I looked away for a second because I wasn't talking.
Oh
I gave
boy.
Farday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think?
Please, we are asking for you just a bit more
What?
of your cooperation. I don't know
Don't
why.
push me, kid.
I don't know why I just switched those words randomly. Anyway, so prosecutor's bad. Oops, wait, no, wait, oh my, wait, no!
Does showing that off make you feel like a big, strong prosecutor?
I didn't mean to. Yes, of course it does make me feel like a big, strong prosecutor. Why else would I not? I'm Miles Edgeworth, of course.
You just said prosecutor.
I did not.
Yes,
I
you
am
did.
Miles Edgeworth, genius prosecutor. I do not make mistakes.
No, but you, Kratos, Arion, Carl Jones do.
Boy, he's on a roll with that lately. My goodness. Anyway, what did I present? I didn't present the balloon, did I? Detective Bad, I'd like to ask you about this piece of evidence. And yeah, so apparently you have nothing to say about this piece of evidence.
I'm listening, but I've got nothing to say. End of story.
Well, it's rather unfortunate. I knew you would have had something to say about it if you
By
just
the way,
put your
that
mind
was
to it.
different.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was. His usual thing, he flips around and then says that he can see him through the mirror.
Oh, Bad. Please pay attention. End of story.
Maybe this is what he was saying before you got Von Karma on in your party.
Very well. Why didn't you say that in the first place? No, why didn't you say that in the first place? But not that you did, but you do that.
Shut up.
Can you regardless of you do things that you're supposed to be doing?
It's a secret to everybody.
So exactly what kind of relationship do you have with Miss Yu?
Like I told you. We're connected through the victim of the KG-8 incident, her younger sister. I was supposed to protect her, but I failed in my duties, and just another pathetic... Yeah, we've already read this.
Yep, indeed. That's the unfortunate part of being a prosecutor, of course. That's why I want to start a rock band, because heck with being a prosecutor. Being a prosecutor's boring. I can't do anything here.
I think the arm on my chair is a bit wonky.
Faraday, it sounds like you lost someone close to you.
We've already read this.
No, we didn't. We never
Yeah.
freaking... So what, we presented the freaking book to him before?
We've read this. He said Faraday for something else.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
Well, then we'll go through all the evidence and prove it then.
Ah, I got black powder
Just
all
read
over my
it.
finger. No, we already read this.
Well, he was a battle buddy, and we fought through a lot together. A boy with a silver spoon.
This is actually the third time.
What? No! I remember the silver spoon. But why is this new testimony for the book?
It's anything related to Faraday, like show him the pen.
Like this?
That's a gun, not a pen.
Oh. The pen.
See?
No! I thought I had it. Detective Bad. Did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph?
Photographed? Of course I did.
Atmosphere.
It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case.
In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same?
What? That's impossible.
It looks like you didn't know after all. This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. ... Mr. Faraday
That
was
was one
planning...
extra dot.
What?
There was one extra dot. You did 7. There was only 6.
Aw, man. Was planning this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct?
I guess so.
However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was in fact a knife.
Yeah, I have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. And if neither one of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this?
I noticed that since a little while ago you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for.
Yeah, that's right.
And why were you searching for it?
Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life?
Detective Bad. So what?
What?
So that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more.
Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change.
I was actually a little bit worried we were actually going to go straight into a testimony right there. I was like, wait, we didn't even talk about this yet, though. The time of the murder. Detective Bad. I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1.
My answer is still the same. And this is the last time I'm gonna do this.
That's fine, because I only needed the one last time to clear everything up. And find the truth behind this case. What is the truth, I wonder? Testimony, Detective Bad's
Dead
movements. He's dead.
I was in lobby number 1, talking with you. Not you, the other one. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When I heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. I saw Gumshoe goofing around in there, and we all ran to lobby number 2. It's really annoying doing that whenever he changes to having it in his mouth and out of his mouth in one freaking sentence.
That's why I just give him a consistent voice instead of just trying to give him a non-sucker voice. Or...
That sounded wrong.
What? Why is that? I don't get it. It sounds like...
What?
It sounds like exactly the same story you told us before. Indeed. However, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can. Rebuttal, Detective Bad's movements, or Death's Bad, whatever you want to call it.
I was in lobby number 1 talking with you.
Or were you? Maybe you weren't. Maybe you were the one in the crime scene committing the crime. And in reality, it was actually someone else just hanging out, minding their own business.
Shut up.
It might have been, you never know.
Hold on a second.
What? What? Hold on a second, what? Hold on a second, what? Well, I don't know what that
I'm
means,
back.
everyone. Okay.
Somebody asked me something, so I had to turn off the mic for a second.
Oh, I see. Why did Miss Yu choose lobby number 1? ... Answer me.
Who knows? She just said she had something she wanted to talk with me about. And we walked into lobby number 1 together. That's all.
So his answer remains the same as before. I see.
We were talking about some trivial things.
Hold it. I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu.
Trivial stuff. It was nothing important.
That's for me to decide. ... Dot. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then. Alrighty then.
I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene.
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary?
I didn't hear anything other than... I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot.
If the gunshot was Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give the other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now.
Sure. I didn't hear any other strange sounds until that gunshot.
Uh-huh. Detective Bad, you honestly don't remember hearing anything else?
So yeah, this is pretty obvious. Yeah.
Is it possible you were so involved in your conversation you missed something? Is it really that obvious, though? I wonder.
I've been a detective for a long time, and even if I were involved in something, I've got quite the habit of keeping tabs on everything that goes on around me. If there had been some other strange sound, you can be sure I would have heard it.
I suppose with this detective that's probably very likely.
So, the gunshot. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together.
And why did the two of you dash out into the hallway straight away?
Because we clearly heard the sound of a gunshot. And we knew it came from somewhere nearby.
And how did you know that it was a gunshot?
In my line of work, you hear enough of them to know.
I suppose it's only natural for a detective to know what a real gunshot sounds like.
But given the circumstances, the only person I could think whose life would have been in danger was Faraday. That's why I ran out into the hallway right away and headed for where he was. Also, I just realized that, like, the non-sucker version of this voice sounds like Vex.
Okay. Oh wait, no, I don't know why I was about to read that.
I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and we ran into lobby number 2. Because this is a kind of, like, similar way to how Vex talks.
No, I didn't think so. Detective Gumshoe was there in the hallway.
Yeah.
Why did you attest to that earlier?
When I saw Gumshoe, it was after I'd heard the gunshot. Having seen him then didn't change the fact that he still could have done the deed.
Arg! Sounds exactly like what Detective Bad told us before. However,
Is there something in particular that we should be asking the detective about?
there just might be. No one knew that the knife is actually the Yatagarasu's key. Reflecting on that, perhaps there are other things that we know now, but Detective Bad doesn't yet. Yes, that should be my angle of attack.
So this one should be fairly obvious.
Or is it?
It is.
Was it? Wait, where was it? Was it this one?
I didn't hear any strange sounds.
Okay, we're sure. We heard it. Yeah, okay, that was definitely that one. So, is it finally the balloon?
Yeah,
Finally.
that's pretty obvious.
I presented this thing like 5 different freaking times. It's finally an actual thing. Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything?
It's the same color as the one Kate was holding.
Oh, so you know about Yatagara's balloon?
Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery. During the recess, just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. You
Well,
just keep a helium tank around you?
Or he just blew it up with his own breath.
Helium lungs?
Who says it had to be helium?
It was floating.
Who says it had to be floating?
We saw it.
Maybe it was physics, man. You'd never think about that. I mean, geez.
No.
Well, as you may have already surmised.
What? Where did the word promise come from?
Indeed come from Kay's balloon. The middle of nowhere, of course.
So, what about the balloon?
I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point.
What are you getting at?
This fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot.
Judge?
What?
The Majudge?
I don't think I said that. Oh. Oh.
Okay. So the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh?
I forgot who was voicing you right there. On top of that, just all I said that
What?
Yes. Which means that his honor
What?
heard the balloon pop in the hallway. I saw the P and pop. When you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bat. And if you were in lobby number 1 at the time, you were close enough that you should have heard the balloon popping as well.
So?
What? Don't give me a so. We just proved that there's a flaw in your testimony.
The crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked.
Hold it! What's that supposed to mean?
Well, then you wouldn't have been able to hear the freaking gunshot either.
Oh, maybe the gunshot is louder than words, obviously.
That's not what I meant, but okay. The doors and walls are super thick, and the window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material.
Then you mean...
Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there's no way I could have heard that sound.
No!
No. I knew that's what he was going to say, and now that just makes him stupidly suspicious. And if it's really that soundproof, then he shouldn't have freaking heard the gunshot either.
That's what I was saying earlier.
Now, this means that Scarface's testimony is completely useless. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't have heard any siren sorrow.
Thoggle?
No. Wait, Gumshoe heard the gunshot though. Didn't he?
Yeah. That's what made him rush in.
I'm confused.
That's also why it's only natural that I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now, do you get it, kids?
Miles, I thought we were the ones supposed to be finding the ones with the funny laws.
What?
Miles, I thought we were the ones supposed to find...
Oh my
What?
gosh. Take 3.
Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in his logic.
What?
Close.
That was exactly perfect. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Anyway,
Not the other way around.
the other way around. It's not possible to hear the sound of a balloon popping if it only were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, the person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad. If that is the case, how exactly do you hear the gunshot?
What do you mean? How? I just did.
It would appear but you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words.
No? How so?
If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears?
I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought.
Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does it all boil down to? It boils down to this. There must be a reason as to how Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have.
It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh? ...
The state of the crime scene. Wait, can it be?
It's that ultra-strong perfume you wear. She spilled some of it.
Dissipating the smell, a window in lobby number 1 was open to allow the perfume you spilled to dissipate. Oh. So it wouldn't explain how Gumshoe heard it, though. Or would it? Actually, that window was open, so yeah, it would. I think. Maybe.
So both windows were open. And it's possible that the window next to, like, the bathroom, like where you can see in from the bathroom, was open.
Yeah. Very loud television. Lobby number 2's television looks like it was set on a fairly high volume.
And way too noisy.
Pretty sure that window was open.
What,
as
he's having
well.
one of these freaking flashbacks like Case 2? I mean, come on now. This is a surveillance video. I didn't see anyone hit themselves in the head this time.
How could the piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
Missing evidence. Where did the surveillance tape or Mr. Faraday's bag disappear off to? I don't know. Where did it disappear off to? That's a good question. It's a very, very, very good question. But I think on the next exciting episode we're gonna find out about that.
Really,
because...
you're gonna blue balls them like this?
I don't know what you're talking about, everyone.
Everyone? I'm not everyone.
You speak for everyone, though.
No, I don't. I speak for me.
You speak on behalf of everyone.
I
Anyway,
speak
though,
on
everyone.
behalf of me.
Anyway,
give a
everyone.
crap
I'll
about
see you
everyone.
all. I'll see you all later. We're gonna continue this, and we're gonna see what logic connects in the next exciting episodes. See you all,
So are
everyone.
you starting to get an idea of what's going on? Because I remembered how this case ended.
Do you think the windows were open, everyone? Or do you think they weren't? You tell me. See you later.